This is going to be my first time exploring amp ever. I've never touched an amp in my life, so I'm quite excited about this. It requires power. And ChatGPT said it doesn't. So go figure. 5 milliamps? Yep. This is spot on. Let me just double check. There we go. Alright. We are in business. Watch this whole thing blow up. Alright, well, moment of truth. My god, that actually scared the crap out of me. We should be starting hearing this. Which we don't. What kind of box is this? Come on. What else do you need? We have everything hooked up here. Power is on, XLR is hooked up. It needs to be louder. Okay, I hear something. Houston, we have something. We have a signal. Oh my god. But why is it so quiet? Okay, there is something. Really? This is it? This is all we get? It's extremely quiet. I mean, look at the volume. Look at the volume here. It's maxed out. And I can max out here. And it gets distorted, but it's not. This is on max. The only way we could salvage this is when we engage auto, and then we can probably boost it here. Let's see, let's go to. This is flat. And this is on the bass, which I personally like. It's a little bit like washed out sound, but let's go to a default. It's a little bit more natural sound here. It is much better sound overall. But then yet again, we had a pretty fat sound with just the Blackbird. It's unbelievable. And this is without much effort, you know, like we still have so much headroom here. Yeah, I cannot get a sound like this here. Let's say that this is how it sounds, okay? I know this looks like a mad scientist lab right now. Nothing. Why? Is headphones jack stereo? Possibly, right? Let's test this theory. That headphones are usually in stereo, so perhaps we're shorting it here with mono cable. This is even worse. How come it was so loud it almost blew my ears, and now it's not? Oh. You guys hear that, right? Okay, so it's a cable. If it's all the way in, oh, okay, I see. So this is left and right. But when we connect a balanced cable like this, okay, the equipment treats it differently because it cancels noise. So it's positive and negative, and then it inverts it. So kind of a same idea, but different. So in order for us to get a proper sound, similar to what I hear in the headphones, I need a splitter. Which one is red and which one is white? Yes, all right, learning. So for something like this, we need to separate signal. All right, let's see what else do we need to separate here. I feel like I'm cranking up volume on all three knobs, like bass at max and bass at the lowest. This is very, very mild compared to the other side. I like it a little bit. Considering where we started and where we are right now, it seems that somehow through all this cacophony of cables, it's working. I think perhaps what actually changed was how we were working with the volume knobs. As of right now, I already understand that this volume knob cranked up affects this unit, and the same thing when I'm going really high up, same thing happens. So that was one of the main probably reasons why this wasn't working. Another thing was to read and find out that you need to crank up a little bit of your equipment down the road in order to hear this properly. But this is not bad. Just for the hell of it, I'm going to turn this quickly off, let it cool down. I'm going to swap tube here really quick to our favorite RCA. And just want to hear it, how it sounds here. All right, so this is cooled off a little bit. I haven't used the RCA tube in such a long time. This really was the reason why I bought this unit. Okay, so let's hear it. I'm gonna dial it in to what I like, and then I'm gonna switch to electro harmonics. Somewhere around here. Okay, so let's quickly turn this off, wait for this tube to cool down, and then we're gonna splice back the electro harmonics that came with this in here, hear it out. So this is, I believe, 40, and this is 60. So we should have a break up a little bit sooner. Okay. Original Sylvania. This is a long plate. Something D-Gatter. Basically, old checkboxes. The factory that manufactured them used original Telefunken equipment, and unfortunately this particular factory in the former Yugoslavia closed down. I think Yugoslavia is now Serbia. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but the company actually or the factory still existed up to like 2007, and unfortunately closed because of mismanagement. When you really think about it, like such a cool, interesting technology, although maybe it's not, widely used, but to close the factory because of mismanagement is quite a move. 1287. Let's go. I am, after all, going to use this Radeon tube, and I'm gonna hear both of them work together, and then I'm going to swap to a default or to the original tubes in here and kind of compare it there. If we do hear something with 1287 and this Radeon tube, then you can kind of at least get a sense that something is happening right now. And this completes our test with this unit. So this next, let's open this. Unique design of Half Watt is that it's headphones jack, providing the same exact sound as if it would be coming out of a speaker, only this is just a safe for a mixer or audio interface. I didn't know this, and this is why I've been using the low box, but it's not necessary to have this in a way. All right, attempt number 47 to try and salvage Hagerman Half Watt. Hope you guys can see me here, because that was a terrible angle there. So here's what's happening. So D2 has been disconnected, part because
it's kind of hard to justify it right now when I was just troubleshooting it. That roundness that I was able to get earlier, I don't know if this was a mixer related. Maybe mixer was able to lift the D2 from better than Vault. But the fact is that I am basically gaining 10 dBs just not having it. But if I'm pulling like old stuff that I did a long time ago, some of it is surprisingly interesting. Let's see what this is. When this unit with an auto was driving its distortion here, it sounded a little bit better. Right now it sounds like it's clipping basically. We could theoretically put mixer back because we're in a way are channeling line level signal and we don't really need to go straight to Volt. But I would still like to take a look and see what's going on with the channel 1 and 2. For that we'll need to take it apart and see maybe we could just clean it and fix it. If that is the case, then maybe we're still hold on to D2 and keep it in mind. Okay guys, so I'm going to leave this here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you'll learn something, and if you didn't, I don't blame you. Next, we're going to take a look at the mixer. We'll take it apart, see what's going on inside, see maybe we could fix channel 1 and 2. Subscribe, smash the like button. I needed to go for a walk. As you can see, I'm out of breath. The last time I walked here, there's a snake here, and I'm not even kidding. It was like right after the rain and stuff, so you wouldn't expect humans to walk around. And here I was just like going through the mud. You know, I always say like I'm trying to be brave, but this was like, there's a nice flower over there. Look at this flower. But we probably need to keep going so this flower doesn't turn into a rattlesnake. So the trail runs over here. I know it's like, here is where. This is going to be interesting. I might not make it all the way because the snake was here nearby, so I might have to. Maybe I should just turn around. I'm gonna turn around, you know. I've had enough. This